drop a few gems, a few tips for manifestors in relationships, or if you have a manifestor in your life. So let's dive in. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about how manifestors can create successful and aligned relationships, and then also some common struggles that manifestors might face in love and how to overcome them, as well as some tips for strengthening relationships with the manifestor. So we'll also talk about how to recognize when you're not aligned in your relationship. And so before we dive in and hop into these practical tools, if you've been feeling disconnected from yourself or struggling to find alignment in your relationships, or especially your relationship with yourself, I've got the perfect next step for you. I'm hosting a free Know Yourself, Love Yourself workshop where we'll be healing energies through healing shadows through human design. And in this workshop, we'll be looking into your unique design, where we'll break down how to honor your energy and dive into practices of self-love that are curated just for like you, and that can transform your life, your relationships, improve your communication, make you feel more seen and empowered, help you find your voice in your relationship if you need to set boundaries, or you feel too codependent, or like you're people pleasing. This is where we're going to talk about how to get through all of those things so that we can honor our truest self and be really fulfilled and honor our own peace. So it's free, it's transformational, it's all about you, and you can click the link in my description box for Eventbrite, Sable Danielle, to sign up. And it is next Sunday, a week away, February 9th, and I hope to see you there. So let's get into today's topic of manifestors in relationships. So first, let's talk about how manifestors thrive in relationships. And so first, the number one thing you need to do is embrace your independence. As a manifestor, you are here to lead. You're here to create and inspire unique ideas. You're here to shift where humanity is kind of going. You're a trendsetter, a leader. You are a starter of things, and you don't really like authority. You don't like being controlled. You also kind of like to do things by yourself. You're more of a lone wolf type of energy than any of the other energy types in human design. So independence is very, very important to you. It's vital to your peace. It's vital to you balancing your energy and just like truly accepting yourself. So you're here to move freely and not be constrained. You enjoy acting upon your own impulses, and you're not designed to seek constant validation from your partner or anyone else. Like, you can easily find that within. So for example, if your partner is someone who always wants to be involved in like your decisions, or you just feel like they're too involved in what you're doing sometimes, and how you maneuver throughout the day, you can easily, or like find a nice way to say to them, I appreciate your support, but I need space to follow my own needs, my own instincts, my own intuition. That's when I feel most aligned. So I appreciate your input, but I need to do it my way, is the nice way to say it. So that's pretty big for you. And then also, as a manifestor, your strategy is to inform. You like to do things alone. You like to create. You're oftentimes kind of like stuck in your head because you've got these creative ideas that you want to bring to life. And so that's very important to you. And so it's important for you to let the people around you who might be impacted by your decisions, so your partner, inform them what's going on, or what you've got going on, what you're about to do, because it's easy for the people in your life to feel maybe stonewalled or left out, or because you're so like stuck on what you want to get done and moving at your own pace, and not like being bothered by anybody, and then just creating this idea that you have in your head, that it's easy for you to leave behind the people around you, or just do what you're going to do without like letting them know. And that does two things. That makes your loved ones feel like they're left out and they don't understand what you're doing, which could cause insecurities, misunderstandings, arguments, distance. And then also, it doesn't really allow you to feel supported because your partner or your loved one is trying to be involved because that's what they want to do. Let's say you're dating a generator, like being involved is very important to them. And you're like, I don't want you to be involved. I just want to do it myself right now. I need to do it myself. Nothing against you, but I just need to do this, for me. And so if you can communicate that, if you can inform the people around you that will be impacted by you just needing to do you, that can save a lot of, miscommunications, heartache, that will allow you to feel supported because now that your partner knows what you need and you verbalize that and you can get to your goal without being distracted or interrupted by them coming to see what you need or how they can help, now they can understand why you're doing your own thing for a little bit. They can do whatever they need to do until you're ready to come back to them, and then you feel supported. They don't feel left out because they know what's going on. You feel supported, so it just kind of makes sense for you to inform. So, like, for example, before starting a project or going off the grid for rest or rejuvenation to like ground yourself, hey, I need to go focus on this. I'll be like really distracted or like in the zone for the next few days, in my own space for the next few days. I don't really want to be bothered for the next few days. It's nothing personal. I just need to focus on me. I need to ground myself. I need to get this project done. But when I'm done, we can go to the movies. We can go get food. We can have a lazy night on the couch and watch TV or, whatever feels aligned to you. But just let them know that you're coming back to spend valuable time with them. You just need space for you. And it's not personal. It's not personal against them, but it's personal for you to honor yourself. Also, respect your cycles. So, as a manifester, you were not born with a defined sacral center. You don't have a natural battery pack built in you like a manifesting generator or a generator does. So your energy comes in spurts, bursts. And so you need to honor that. Don't force yourself to work through the energetic like depletion times or where you feel like I don't have the energy to do this. Allow yourself the space to like walk away, to go take a nap, come back to it later. And that includes like, conversations or anything. It's not always about work, but if I don't have the energy, the energetic capacity to socialize right now or to go out right now or to work right now or to do this, you need to honor that. Don't try to work through it. Don't try to force it, because when you force it, that's when you're going to get irritated and irritable and tired and like, why did I do this? The not self emotion of a manifester is anger. And manifestors are very direct and blunt. They don't like being told what to do. They like to do their own thing. They don't like being interrupted. So all of those things are going to come out and be real amplified in a angry type of tone, energy, if you don't honor your energetic cycles, or if you're not informing your loved ones about what you're doing, because they're going to interrupt you and you're like, what the I'm busy, like I don't want to be interrupted, but they didn't know that, so communicate. A couple of struggles that manifestors might have in relationships is you might feel misunderstood because, number one, manifestors only make up 9% of the population. And manifestors are here to spark creative ideas, inspire new creative ideas. A lot of their ideas are way ahead of the time for the people around them. And that's on purpose. You guys are meant to like shift things. You're trendsetters. You're here to change things up with your creativity and your inspirations. Manifest a new life and new things for everyone. That's your energy. And so not everyone can understand that. Not everyone can relate. You might feel like a black sheep because you've got all these like different unique ideas that people might not understand or relate to. And that's not bad. That's just how you are designed. That's how your brain is wired. And so you don't need to, other people don't need to understand you. Only you need to understand you. And other people don't need to understand your journey or your ideas. That's only meant for you. That's why you were born with them. That's why you were born that way. And it's up to you to figure out how to bring those things to life and honor those things about yourself. Don't let external things like make you feel less than because your thoughts are a little bit misunderstood, or your thoughts are like different than what they think, or you're very, very creative and other people might not be creative in the same way that you're creative. Like, that's okay. So, like, for example, manifestors might feel, also like manifestors might be viewed as like distant because you're so focused on that like creative idea that that's just what your brain is focused on, you know? And so you want to get that done, you want to bring it to life, you're in the zone, maybe you didn't inform, and so it comes across as if you're distant or you're not really there, you're stonewalling or pushing people away, or like you don't really care what they're doing. And that can create tension in your relationships, it can make people feel disconnected. So, like, for example, your partner might say like, why don't you ever share what's going on with you, or how come you never let me join you when you're working on something? And like, to fix that, a solution would be to inform and let them know like, the solution for me is to inform you about like what I need and to reassure you. So it's like, I'm often stuck in my head, but this is why. Or I need space to myself, and this is why, kind of like I mentioned earlier. And also, that can come across as like unintentionally pushing people away, because manifestors value their freedom and their independence and just maneuvering at their own speed, that it can unknowingly create emotional distance. It can come across as that. So, make sure you stay connected with your partner. Let them know that you're focused on a new idea and you're not just like emotionally distant because you don't care. It's just you're focused on something else and you need that time to focus on that, and you'll come back emotionally to them later, and spend quality time later. You might feel burnt out by over initiating things. You might feel the pressure to constantly like start and create things, but it's important for you to then honor your energy when you don't have the energy to create or initiate things. Like, that means it's time to take a break. So don't push through, don't force yourself, don't overcommit your energy if it's not there. So to strengthen your relationship, communicate, inform with your partner, celebrate your partner's energy, even if it's different from yours. Like, you want them to honor your energy as a manifestor. You want them to honor your freedom and independence and the time that you need to create and bring your visions and dreams and stuff to life. And so you want to do the same to your partner. You might be with a projector who may need a lot of reassurance when you're going away, and you're going to become emotionally distant because projectors value being seen and recognized and are also a little bit sensitive. And it's easy for us to get like stuck in our heads if someone pushes us away or rejects us or whatnot, or becomes emotionally distant. So share what you're doing. Know your partner's energy, honor them, recognize your projector, let's say. So number one, inform that you're going to go focus on a project, but also just on a daily basis, like, let your projector know that you see them and you value them. If they are passionate about a subject that you don't really know a lot about, you can ask them to, teach you about it a little bit, help you gain some wisdom about it, tell them that you appreciate their work ethic, or what they're putting their energy to. Let them know you see them, let them know you value them. And that's just one example. For generators, you want to honor them as well. Generators can also get caught up in work and be considered workaholics and be tunnel vision. So communicate when you're going to go do your thing and you need freedom, and then also allow your generator to have their space and freedom. Or if you're dating a manifestor, allow them to have their space and freedom just like you want yours. So that's a few examples. So to reconnect in relationships, make sure that you like pause and reflect and ask yourself like why things feel off, what feels off, why does it feel off, where is that coming from, what needs aren't being met, are you overcommitting your energy, did you inform, communicate honestly, share your feelings with your partner, and be open and calm about it, because like I said, manifestors, not self-emotion, is anger. You're also very direct and blunt, and so your communication can come across a little harsh to other people. Projectors, like I said, are a little bit sensitive, but anybody really, just because you're blunt and direct, and some people take that a little offensively. So I'm not saying change that about you, but just be aware how you communicate and be a little softer when you communicate. Also, prioritize your rest. Refill your cup when you feel that it is drained or you need to fill it. It needs some extra loving. And revisit your boundaries. Make sure that your independence is being respected and that you're honoring your partner's needs too. Make sure you know your partner's energy type, and if you don't, you can go to my website, sabledanielle.com/getmychart, to figure out your loved one, your partner's energy, so you can see how you two can best like communicate and understand each other and work together in your relationships. And so just remember that you're unique and you're rare. Number one, as a manifestor, only 9% of the population can resonate with you, because that's how much of the population is made up by manifestors. Most of the population is a generator or manifesting generator. They make up over 70% of the population. So you just want to like know yourself, honor yourself, and make sure other people understand your needs as well. So inform, communicate, and let them know that you're not emotionally distant. You do care about them. You just need your space and you'll come back. So I keep saying that, but that's like a number one thing for manifestors. It's very important. So make sure you remember that. And then also, relationships are like one of the most powerful spaces for growth and self-discovery. And as a manifestor, your energy is a gift to anyone. And when you honor your independence and you communicate openly and you align with your partner, you can create a bond that's like really unshakable, a foundation that's really unshakable, because you both truly understand and see each other, understand each other, which means you can let each other be who you were born to be while learning to be partners and growing together as partners and individuals, rather than like trying to change each other or trying to be like, why don't you do this? Like, well, I don't understand why you just don't get it. Like, human design can answer all of these questions. And so if you're ready to dive deeper into that and strengthen the foundations of your relationships, or even strengthen the relationship with yourself, I do have a free workshop coming up, Know Yourself, Love Yourself, which we will work through shadows through human design. It's free. It's February 9th. It'll help you work through people pleasing, learn how to set boundaries, learn how to find your empowered and confident voice. It'll help you learn how to manage your emotions and make more aligned decisions, and just honor who you truly are, so you can show up and as your best self for yourself and in your relationships. It was very life-changing for me, and so I wanted to share that with you all. It's free, virtual, Eventbrite, Sable Danielle. The link will be in my description. You don't want to miss this opportunity to like gain free knowledge about how to become more self-aware of you and learn these tips and tools that are designed just for your unique energy. So I hope to see you there, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.